In this video, we're going to focus on how to create a branching quiz in Google Form. So here we have a blank quiz that I've started. Of course, in your first section, you want to start off with your first and last name. You can add a password, and you can look at my previous videos about password protected Google Forms. And then in the next section, you want to start your quiz questions. So we're going to add a question. And for the sake of the video, I'm just going to do two options, but this is going to be a quiz about story Flowers for Algernon. We're going to talk about the main character, who is Charlie. So I'm just going to do two answer choices. A mentally challenged man. And second choice, a teacher who teaches mentally challenged adults. So the first option will be my correct option. My second option will be the incorrect. So with branching, what you want to do is you want to direct the students to a certain question based upon their answer. So what you have to do is make sure that this is either multiple choice or drop down. It only works with those two types of questions, and it must be required. Then you would click right here, and you would click go to section based on answer. And that will give you the options of what section to lead them to. So now we have to create our section. So I will click add a section. And this would be question number 2. So if they get the answer right, they would go to the next question. And we're just going to say, where does Charlie live? So if they get the question correct, they would go on to the next section. If they get the question incorrect, then we would have to do a revisit. So I'm going to click and add another section. And this would be question number 1, revisit. So this would be something that would help the student to understand how they should answer the question. So for this, I would put an image and use maybe an excerpt from the story to refresh that student's memory to help them to understand who Charlie was, which is the main character of Flowers for Algernon. So you can upload that screenshot. I've already taken a screenshot of the portion of the text. I'm going to insert that right here. So that image, and I will ask the question again, who is Charlie? So they have another opportunity to answer that using this excerpt of the story. And how you direct the student to those sections is that now you go back and you choose the section that fits that. So now I'm going to go to, if they get it correct, a mentally challenged man, then go to section 3, which leads them to the next question in the quiz. If they get it incorrect, this leads them to the section where they will revisit question number 1, which gives them extra information on how to answer that question. So when you're doing a branching quiz, it is great for remediation. If you have students that are having trouble understanding a concept, but it can also be used for enrichment. So instead of doing remediation every time they get the question wrong, you can do enrichment along with the questions that they get correct, lead them to further information that can deepen their understanding of the story. This is what a quiz will look like once you have added multiple questions. You notice with each question, there's a section to revisit. So if they get question 2 wrong, you have a section that shows question 2 revisit, and so forth and so on. So for each question, you'll have a question revisit where they can go back and look at further information.